where the waterway went. We're up on top here. And I've never been here before. And try not to bump our noggin again. Welcome everyone to Weekend Escapades. Today we are at Three Falls Trail in Hurricane, Utah. I'm going to take a little excursion up the hill here. It's kind of a nice little valley to rock valley, I guess, where the water used to run, or still does when there's a lot of it. A little bit dry right now. The third fall, 1.4 miles. We're going to see just how far this trail goes and what it brings to us. Right there in that little, what are we going to call that? We're going to hike up there as well, but right over there you can see there's a waterway that used to run through Hurricane. And for some reason, I think that waterway is right up here. And they used to run the water all the way down into Hurricane. But we're going to go up here and see it. I think Lisa found it right up there. Let's go explore. So we're going to climb up here to find where that water used to flow here in Hurricane. I think we can get it. We've been down for a little while. We just put up one video. As we're making this one, I put the other one up. We've been down for about a month and a half. Not feeling real good. And on top of that, we had a little of a hiccup with a career change on top of everything else right in the middle of it. So we are back getting things done. Maybe a little out of shape today for this hike, but here it is. This is the water. This used to be just all rock and all man-made, hand dug actually. They would bring the water down to town. So that was for all the settlers. Of course, in Hurricane and all the crops that they were growing there. Let's continue up the trail and explore. So it looks to me like the water used to come in here, like where it started. But I see some big pipe over there, like they were bringing the water in from there and somehow got it into here and into town. Let's go explore over there and see how the water used to get from there. It looks like it was in an angle a little higher, and then it came right down into here, like the pipe came into here and the water would flow. All right, here's some of that giant pipe. I wonder if that looks like it's bent. Looks like it used to come here. Maybe it's from higher, right? So it came from higher and by force come down through. Maybe that slowed it down, but that's even lower, so the water would still flow. It looks like that may have been the way it was. I don't think this pipe was suspended because you can see how it's bent. It's not real thick. That definitely looks like what it was. It was obviously connected up that direction. We're going to get closer up there and see if we can get in there. See that tunnel that goes through the hill where the water would flow. All right, here's that giant pipe. You could literally climb in there and get up in that waterway, that tunnel that goes through the mountain there. You can see it's elevated. See if we can get up there. So here's where the waterway went. We're up on top here now. You can see in there quite a ways, a tunnel. Let's see if I've got a flashlight with me, we can see a little further. But that's where the pipe went through. It came out right here and then across to where that waterway is. Okay, so I've got a flashlight. I'm gonna see there's some actual roots. Here's what it looks like, but there's definitely a tunnel there. Let's see if I can get down low enough to get in here, see what's going on. And I've never been here before. Here's the pipe.
Whoa, that's awesome!
Looks fairly safe, so let's head on through. But this is where water used to flow. This is all man-made. I'm sure they dynamited and pickaxed this whole thing out. Ooh, watch your head. Just bumped my head on top, barely. Ooh, and another one. Pretty low. There we go, out the other side. Maybe the water went this direction as well. See the cement running there. There's that tunnel where we came from. Okay, so we're gonna go back where we came from. And you can see where the tunnel went and the water ran through here. So we're gonna head back through and try not to bump our noggin again. I don't have much hair on my head up there, so no protection except for the hat. Here we go. This is actually where the waterway was. You can see the bottom is lined with rock. In a lot of the locations, so they didn't lose the water, they started to come in and put cement in by hand. They're just throwing cement in and smoothing it out. And that's what this is, where they smoothed it out. A lot of tunnels and things over here. Again, never been here before, so very interesting find. Hopefully we can get off here. This looks a little dangerous. So there's the waterway we just came from. You can see the wall for it there, where the water came. Right down this rock bluff where it's all kind of falling away. And over here is all those caves. Probably from water. My goodness, look at all that. I wonder if we can get up there. Looks like it might be a little challenging for sure. We're gonna head in this cave and see where this goes. Lisa's gonna brave it, and she goes.
Now Lisa's a lot smaller than me, and I've already bumped my head a couple of times, so she went in here to see how far this cave went. It only went in about 15 feet, and it dead-ended. We thought maybe the water eroded it, and it made a series of caves, but this one stops right here. Fun to explore, but didn't go far.
Right here is a little example of the caves that are here. This one you can walk right up to. Probably make a nice little camp spot. As you can see here where the water has been running in winter when it rains, this fills up pretty good. It's kind of like creek bottom, but it's more of a wash. You go right up there. Looks like that's where the first fall is going to be. The trail's right over here. Easier to walk the trail than that creek bottom. Those are some really big round river rock, and that gets a little tricky. Don't need a sprained ankle today. We're just getting back at it. So we're reading online that this is the first fall, so you can kind of go into it. But then you've got to backtrack and go all the way up there to get to, of course, the next fall. You can see there's people way up there, and that's where they're headed. We're going to see if we can get to the second fall. Let's go see here where the first fall is. I also read online that there's a tremendous amount of dog dookie on the ground. Yeah, you read that and you think, oh yeah, okay. Well, no, it's here. It definitely is here. We found that. Here's that first fall.
Look up there.
How beautiful that is.
Oh, yeah.
Literally vertical. This is where the, maybe first fall, I mean, because it would be the last fall, first or third, it's one of three. How about that? Runs right down through that way, where we came from.
The views got better the higher we climbed, but you know, climbing up these rocks wasn't as easy as we thought. We thought the trail was a little bit more level, but it was extremely steep, and kind of had to grip with your hands and climb these little rock mountains. But it was well worth it when you see the views and get into the second fall. It was kind of hidden right behind the first one.
All right, so we scaled that. Not terribly difficult, but not for everybody, that's for sure. A lot of climbing with your hands and holding on to rocks. Pretty slippery, loose. A lot of it like this here. There's a lot of people in front of us going up. There's an interesting area there where you can go up and stand. It's pretty high in the air. You can see the fall right down there where we were originally. moving on. So after closer observation, that is the second fall right there. You can see the smooth part of it there. And then it kind of builds up a little bit right there, a little reservoir of it. Then it drops right there, the pointing finger. So I thought we hiked up the first fall and that was it over there, but no, these are two of the falls right here. All right, so here is the base for this piece here. It's like a little castle sticking up. See if we can get up there a little closer. This isn't as bad, but still it could be loose and slippery. And going up here, very steep once you get up here. Beautiful to see. But boy, I don't want to get too close to the edge. Maybe I can stick the camera out there. That is a sheer drop off. Just coming down from up there. I'm gonna walk through here. There's like in this rock, it just carved right through. But even in this, look at this. Cactus. Lots of cactus. Well, if you fall from up there, it would soften the blow. So this is that area where it kind of carved right through the rock. Look at this, it's just solid rock. Right above us is where we were standing, where it was really steep. Look how the water just carves through. Wow. And there's the bottom of it there where the sand is. It just flows, still standing water down there. It just flows right through.
So we kind of climbed down to the bottom where the sand is and the water is still pooled up. And the rock is extremely smooth as you get towards the bottom. And this would be, when we get to the bottom here, this will be the top of the second fall. So we kind of climbed down and got to it from the back because you couldn't climb up from the front. It was just too steep. So this is the back of the second fall right here.
All along the trail you find little caves like this. Imagine it's just maybe eroded from the water coming through, because at one time I imagine there was quite a bit of water that would come through here. And it has recently because it's still pretty damp down below. Little pinyon pines are down here as well at the bottom. Found a water source to thrive. So we're in here quite a ways, probably about a mile. And you see this is the main fall there. That's way up there. See the smooth rock at the top. That just comes running right down here. And this is all just like solid rock bottom, really smooth where the water runs. It's about another 300 yards to the wall here. All right, here it is. It's a little sand on the bottom, but mostly all rock where the water's been running. And this is it, where the water falls, right up there. That is a long ways.
Their one mutual friend comes back. The one who comes back to me, trying to make sure she's okay. And this dude
Standing here at the very bottom. The rock structures are like amazing caves and places where the water's just eroded it. Look directly above my head. That's the low spot where the water would run from. Not real comfortable with that. What if that fell? Not good. It's been there for a lot of years. But all this has fallen in the past from all the erosion. A lot of people here enjoying it, I guess. And look at that, where we came from. You know, there's just some locations you go to and you think you're just going to go on a simple hike, and then you find these beautiful spots. that you didn't know existed. I had no idea that this was here. You can see behind me how much sheer cliff is there. Can't get over all the rock. And all this was eroded because of water. Well, that's going to do it for today, here from Three Falls in Hurricane, Utah. And until the next adventure, goodbye from Weekend Escapades. We'll see you in the next one. Really didn't think about it, but this place is like a giant amphitheater. Great acoustics.